450 that way now. Every month. And get what you want. Doing what I want. Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's your girl Monique. Hope you guys' day is going great and everything. Um, Today we have a different kind of video, obviously, because I'm not walking up and down all over the place. I'm actually sitting down, and I was like, you know what? School is starting, and everybody is like getting all scrambled and disappointed because that means summer is over. So I was like, what are some things that I wish I knew before I started university? And I'm now in my third year, so like I feel like I know the things that I wish I knew because I don't know them. So, just to stop you guys from having the issues that I've had before, here are some tips. So, let's get right into it. So, the first tip I would say, and the most important, well, all of them are really important, but the first one I would say is get yourself a planner. Yo, when I started university, I didn't have a planner. I did my whole entire first semester, no planner, nothing. Just here more deadlines and doing assignments and having things. But that works for like one semester, and then after that you're dying. Believe me, because like if you are working and then going to school and then lifing, like just having life and people and friends, you're going to want something to keep you on track with what's really, really important. And I feel like a planner does that. And I just have this one. I don't know where I got it. I think I got it in like chapters or something. But you don't have to get this one like any regular one you can get in the dollar store. You can get anywhere cheap, and just write down the things that you need to do. And pro tip, first of all, like what I do, and I feel like it works, I just, when I get my syllabuses in the first week of school, when I get my syllabus first week for all my classes, I just put in all my due dates in there. And listen, when you want me planning, you just see your due dates, then you say hello, here they are. But don't write down the due date and don't open back the planner, because then it makes no sense, right? Okay. Point number 2. Don't buy your textbooks first week of class. Like, don't buy it. Do not buy it the first week of class, because what I feel personally, and I've been on both sides of the coins of this. Like, I'm not saying don't buy a textbook overall, because that's nonsense. I'm saying don't buy it until you get into the lecture and hear what the lecturer says, or your TA or your tutor says about it. So, for example, sometimes you go in some classes, and I'm a communications major, so we do a lot of readings, right? So, if you go in a class and you have additional reading, like chapters from different theories and those stuff, and they give you those, don't buy the textbook, because that means that those are the readings that they're gonna quiz you on. Those are the readings that they really want to go in depth on. So they don't really and big tip, if you hear that say anything like for aided reading, like if you want aided reading or assisted help, you can visit your textbook. Don't buy it, because you don't need that assisted help. Google can't help you. Google can help you with that assistance. Don't buy the textbook. But if it's like a case where they like say, okay, we're reading 1 to 3 for this chapter this week of the textbook, then you need the textbook. But if it's a case where like it's assisted reading, I don't think you need to buy it. That's just my tip. And that has saved me millions of dollars. Because, you know, these college textbooks aren't no joke. Okay? Number 3. Do not, and I repeat, do not pick any 8:30 class. Do not pick any 8 o'clock class. Do not pick any 9 o'clock class. you realize how I'm stressing on this, like, don't do it. Because I feel like, let me tell you the conceptualizing process, because I have took that L, so I want you to hear my L and learn from it, okay? When you going through and picking your classes, you're like, yeah, 8:30, I can do that early. I can finish off campus early and live my life. Good in theory. It's really good in theory. It makes so much sense in theory, but in practice, not so much. Because the first day you reach class early, you're on it. You're like, yes, I'm ready to take this semester by storm, honey. But you see, when sixth week come, seventh week come, final week come, mid-semester week come, and you kindly have a lot of assignments, a lot of papers to do, and you are swamped. You're staying up late, and then you have to wake up for that 8:30 class. You're gonna realize that, congratulations, you have played yourself. So don't do it. Do not do it. Take my advice. I think what's a safe spot would be 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Like, those classes are a great time because I feel like you're awake. If you're not a morning person like myself, I'm not really a big morning person, do yourself a favor. Don't take them. Do not do it. Don't do that to yourself. That would I've taken that L many times. So just believe me. Number 4, make at least one friend in class. One. Just one. We're not telling you to go be friend with everybody you see. That's a stretch, because you're going to find that everybody in college don't really want to be there also. So make at least one friend in your tutorials, in your lectures. Sometimes lectures are a bit daunting because you have like so much people in a lecture hall and you're like, I'm just gonna go to the back and crumble. But a tip inside of a tip, sit somewhat close to your lecturer so he knows you. This face is familiar, and stay in the same spot. Don't move your seats. I would say that's a tip inside of a tip. So don't move your seat a lot in classes, because people are used to familiarity. And listen, sometimes I feel like people don't notice you, but if you sit in that one seat every day in your tutorials or in your lecture, your lecturer is going to know who you are and know that you're there. So if there's ever a odd day where you maybe turn in an assignment late, don't do that. Or you're sick and you miss a tutorial, your teacher, your TA or your tutor or your lecturer will know that, listen, you're always there because I know where you sit, you know what I mean? But if they've never seen you, they don't even know your name, then you got a problem. Have one friend, so for cases like that, when they're sick and stuff like that, that friend can be there to take notes for you, keep you up to speed, and also can be a study buddy for you. You know, you guys can study together, and yeah, grab a coffee after class, or you know, like maybe you guys could actually be friends. Just saying, maybe, but yeah, get one friend in the tutorials. I feel like that's very important to every class that you go into, every single. Number 5, I feel like it's the most important. It's relax. Why are you taking it so seriously? Relax. Now, this is coming from someone that doesn't really relax a lot, especially when it comes down to school. I'm very particular in my grades and how I want things to be, and I will become crazy over a paper. But sometimes you have to really step back and say, relax. Your mental health is more important, so don't damage yourself in the process. So just remember that this is a step to your career for whatever you want to be, but it's not who you are. So it's okay not to know what you want to do. It's okay if your major you have no real interest in. It's okay if you're not making well, it's not really good if you're not making the grades. You should try to keep your grades up, but like, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody has been there with a class that they just feel like, yo, this class, I just reminiscing on a class. Anyway, so just relax. Yes. Yeah, guys, those are my 5 tips to, or 5 things I wish I knew before I started college. Or if you're in your 3rd year or your 2nd year, no, too late to know. But those are the 5 things I think are most important. And let me know in the comment section what are the things that you're looking forward to, the classes that you're taking in university, or 5 things you wish you knew if you already started college. So talk to you guys soon. Comment, subscribe, share. See you later, guys.